exploring lakes, rivers, and reservoirs across the country with an unyielding goal to enlighten viewers from a fisheye perspective. Come along and we'll investigate the habitat. Much more than a fishing show, this is an eye-opening aquatic experience. Welcome to Kim Stricker's Hook and Look.
A couple of months ago, I got a phone call from a good buddy of mine, Mr. Kim Stricker. I was driving down the highway and he said, "Hey, Wally, how about let's doing a crappie show together? You're with Strike King, I'm with Strike King. You got some new baits out there. Let's do a crappie show." And so we landed at Broken Bow Lake. Unbelievable, folks. But what I really want to tell you is how hard Kim Stricker and his son Danny works at producing the finest shows underwater. They got down there and got some of the finest shots of crappie that you've never seen, and that's what's going to make this the best crappie show that's ever been on national TV.
Over the past 25 years, Wally Marshall, better known as Mr. Crappie, has been honing his panfish skills and lure crafting know-how. And on this sultry Oklahoma midsummer day, we slowly descend on Kim and his esteemed guest, eagerly targeting standing timber with Wally's newly designed swim bait, the Mr. Crappie Slabalicious.
He jerked my bug.
Now when that Slabalicious falls, that tail's going all the way down.
Yeah, it kicks all the way down. It don't matter if you got a 32nd on there, 16th, 8th. It's a kicking machine.
There we go.
There you go,
right
buddy.
There. Right
That's
there.
what I'm talking about. Hey, you told me to tie you on a bait this morning. You know what that is?
That's the one.
You know what that is?
Look at that.
That's monkey shine, brother.
You gonna net that for me?
Oh,
we don't want to
excuse
lose
me.
a single one of these.
Oh, look
Nice
at that
black
hog.
crappie.
Look at that hog.
Nice black crappie.
There you go, bro.
Look at that.
Oh, that's a pig right there.
That is. Now see, you know, down here they grow like this. That is a sweet little bait. There's no question about it.
That's actually a glimmer blue with a opaque chartreuse tail. And we call it monkey shine.
Monkey shine.
Because it's shining, that big old slab.
It's shining. Well, I'm going to put him in the live well. We're going to initiate the live well this morning. Sitting there watching that line just fall. That tail is working all the way down.
Kicking crop.
Hit it right on the fall.
Big one?
It feels like a good one.
I got the net, brother.
I wasn't even reeling. He hit it on the fall. It just, no, it isn't. It's not. With the white though.
White crappie.
Yeah.
That's what we call a tater chip.
A tater chip.
A tater chip.
That is, look at that. Look at the colors, silvery. See, we don't catch a lot of whites up in Michigan. Most of them we catch are black.
Well, the difference is you can see the tiger stripes right here.
Yep. Absolutely. Very nice. Very, very nice. Look at, did he want that bait or what?
He sucked it down. Monkey shine.
Monkey shine.
Monkey shine.
Come on out there.
Nice. Way to
Thank
go,
you,
Kim.
Thank you, thank you. When you said about them being deep, that's what I did. I let it fall further
Just
and
let it
further and
fall.
further, and it stopped, and I lifted up. He was there. He stopped it.
Right. Come on, bad boy. I know you're home. I seen your kids. Have you ever looked around these tops, you know, on these lakes when you start seeing the fry, you know, after the spawn,
Yep.
you know, in summertime, those fry will get on this standing timber, especially in lakes like this right here. You can look down there and you can see that fry going around.
And that brings a crappie in there.
Well, the crappie are underneath it, you know what I'm saying?
No, you're
They're down
talking
deep.
the
I'm talking about the babies. I'm talking
the
about
crappie babies.
Yeah, the crappie babies. Yeah.
I'm so used to talking about bass fry, you know.
Yeah. he just went. "Thump."
Let me get you a
Come in
net
there,
here.
Big Daddy.
I'm hung up. Another nice
Another
white.
white crappie. That's what I'm talking about.
There he
right
is,
there.
Mr. Crappie himself.
Hey, we're gonna catch them bigger than this, dude. But that's a good 12-inch, 12.5-inch fish, and they're hitting that. Man, when that tail just goes down, it has a lot of action on it. Just kick, 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 kick. And just as soon as it got right near the bottom, tick. When you feel that, that's what I live for, folks, is the thump on the line, just a little tick. That's all you're gonna feel. It's not gonna jerk the rod out of your hand. You just gotta be patient, let it fall, tick, and that tick can be a 12-incher or it can be a 3-pounder. Slabalicious.
If you like what you see on today's program, be sure to like us on Facebook as well. We'll be right back. Hook and Look is brought to you by Strike King Lure Company, #1 in fishing lures. Seagar, trust Seagar when everything else is on the line. Power Pole, swift, silent, secure. Aquaview, reinventing underwater cameras. Deep Blue Coffee, dive in. And by Boat US, providing water towing and insurance programs to boaters.
Just turn it here. Look at there's
I
in
can
the
see
background.
the fish,
Yep.
yeah.
They're all suspended out there.
I can see one in the distance right
Yeah.
there.
Oh, did you see that?
Oh, that was a nice one. Out by a limb.
They spin it back. Oh, that's a.
Ooh, them are all
yeah,
crappie.
oh yeah, they're like crazy.
They're stacked in there like cordwood. This is awesome, dude. Like, this is the first time I've seen this. And like I said, it's like stealing.
The thing is you can see on a depth sounder, fish finder, you can see stuff down there, but this
Right.
tells you exactly what's there and exactly how they're holding. It's that little added special touch.
Well, I'm fixing to touch one of them.
Let's touch them. I'm gonna have to turn it around a little bit.
You know, when you find these brush piles, what I like to do is just look at the height of them. You know, some of them that are low to the ground, sometimes not good on the bottom, but you want to look for the height. The ones that has the high brush coming up, those crappie like to get right on the tip top and hover above those piles. But when the sun comes up and gets high, those crappie will get down in those piles and you really got to work them out of there. Hit my bug. It's just old Wally.
Wally Gator.
Just old Wally.
Get the net for you, because I know it'll probably be a good one.
He's not that good, but
Well, he's not a little. He's not a little, but
woo! Look at there, black crappie. Mm-hmm. That's a black crappie right there, folks. I've been catching white crappie all morning, and as you can tell, the specks on the crappie run long ways on a black crappie, and they're more stubby. That's the reason they call them stubbies. And the white crappie has tiger stripes. He might want to visit his buddies back here. He got some friends in here. Yes, sir. We're through playing now.
I mean, the top is right there. That's what
It's right
Right
there.
there?
Right there. As soon as I,
called it.
As soon as I lifted it up off of there, he just popped it. Come here, baby.
Ooh, that's a dandy.
Slabalicious one more time.
We're gonna eat tonight.
Look at the mouth on that fish. And these fish are, you know, this is summertime fishing. It's 100 degrees outside, but these fish actually are really healthy because on the spawn, they get really thin, they get really stressed because they're on there protecting the nest. But apparently, Broken Bow has a lot of bait fish in it, and I stuck that fish right in the top of the nose. Hit that old slab there. What I did, I was reeling my line back, and I bumped that brush, And when I bumped that brush, I just pulled it up a little bit off of it, and he went wham. That fish, 13 inches. Pretty good tater chip.
I like it.
Let's see how thick he is across the back. That's what I was talking about, you know. They're starting to build back up. Real healthy fishing. Broken bow, a diamond in the rough, baby. Don't come here because you'll get bit.
In an effort to allow the jig head to swing more freely so it'll impart the most action, Wally prefers to tie a loop knot.
Anything that's on the end of the line, I like to tie a loop knot, and you can tie another one up the line a little ways if you want to. But right here on the end, I like to put my fingers together with my jig into my right hand. I'm gonna stick out my middle finger and drop my hand down, and I wrap that loop around my middle finger and come back to where I started in between my thumb and index finger. Then I'm gonna drop the jig head down through the loop. But what you do right here, when it's on the end, you can tie it one time, just one loop. But if it's up the line, you gotta do it 3 times to keep it from slipping. So what you do is you just let that loop come close to the eye, mash it right there. Next to the eye, you mash that loop against the eye of the hook, and you pull both lines, the tether and the main line, and pull them both at the same time, and it leaves a loop just like that right there. And then what you want to do is just clip off the other end. Slabalicious, baby.
Stick around. Hook and Look will be right back. Welcome back to Hook and Look. Kim and Danny enter the water and slowly make their descent on the standing timber.
It's pretty cool.
I see those spotted bass here.
We're not after spotted bass. Get them big crappie.
This tree has got spotted bass all over it. I haven't seen a crappie.
Man, I tell you what, I wouldn't do that. You see them go under that water? There's catfish under there bigger than me.
There's one of them nasty old grappling hooks.
He just seen some grappling hooks that the guys used down there to put the brush in the lake. So you gotta be careful when you're under the water like this, because you could get snagged up, and that's the reason they always carry a knife in case they got hung up on a trot line, some kind of fishing line. They can cut themselves loose. This is for professionals, folks. Don't try this at home.
All I can think is, Danny, those crappies just may be down here, no deeper. I've got gills all over me. But you're right, not a single crappie yet. We're seeing a lot of bluegills, getting good ones, but where are the crappie?
I guess they're spooking on them bubbles.
Here's a big tree over here, Danny. Big cedar tree. And on top of this beautiful tree, I would think the crappie be all over it. I'm just working slowly around this cedar tree. I keep thinking that the crappie are going to show up.
We didn't catch all of them off there, did we?
Those crappies have got to be spoken. They're spoken before we can see them in this south-colored water.
That was exactly what was happening. You've heard me say it before, that underwater, the camera sees better than the human eye. It wasn't until we got back in the editing suite that we noticed an occasional crappie swim off in the video. You can see one there, and there. Spotted bass and bluegill, however, were for the most part unaffected by our presence, but to our dismay, the turbulence from our air bubbles were without question spooking the crappie, pushing the schools deeper in the dark water. And because of the diminished clarity beyond 25 feet, it made it very difficult to come within reach and properly view the giant wads of crappie. So it became apparent that moving towards them in our conventional manner wasn't going to work. But once we figured out a stealthy way to approach them at that depth, we got some pretty cool footage. You've heard the saying, location, location, location. Well, that statement is ever so true when it comes to midsummer crappie. Crappie ball up in extremely tight schools and can be difficult to find in midsummer. Once you pinpoint them, you can have yourself a real heyday. As water temperatures rise, crappie will migrate to deep water and, if available, will seek out structure to hold on. One of the most efficient methods for locating productive brush piles and timber is idling around utilizing your electronics, in particular, side imaging. Once you come across a likely spot, drop a marker buoy. An AquaView camera is a helpful tool as well. You can quickly confirm your find and verify the resident fish species and just how they're positioned on the structure. On cloudy days, crappie schools are more active and are likely to suspend over the brush, hovering together both black and white, and mostly pointed in the same direction, so vary your casting angle until you find which is most fruitful. Bright sunny days will draw the crappie tighter, where they'll bury deep within the thickest cover. Again, each pointed in the same direction, but sitting practically motionless.
We've probably pulled 15 or 20 fish off this pile already, and it's still loaded up with monster crappie. That's really what makes this show the best. This is hours and hours of preparation, diving on brush piles, logs, standing timber, just to get these fabulous shots that's coming to you on TV.
Want more underwater content? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. This portion of Hook and Look is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Evinrude, introducing the all-new Evinrude E-Tech G2. Cushit, world's most comfortable rod butt. Simms Fishing Products, the choice of professional guides and anglers worldwide. And by Sportfish Michigan, your source for the top charter captains and guides.
I think history will prove that 2015 was a very memorable year for us at Ranger Boats. It marked the beginning of a relationship with this hero package that I think tells the customer that we're here to offer them something that you just simply can't get anywhere else. This new G2 outboard paired up with our 521C is a product that's best in class for the competitive angler nationwide, and so we're able to incorporate outboard color schemes into the boat package itself with the introduction of this new G2 Evinrude outboard. Because you can change the panels and have an array of different swoosh colors or panel colors, now you can custom match your motor to your boat, so as a user you can see the integrated package like nothing else in the marketplace. What's unique though is when you package it with the hot foot and the different command systems that are available with this outboard on our boat, it gives the customer a user experience that's frankly unprecedented in the outboard business.
There he is, right there. That feels decent.
That's good. Ooh, that's a good one. That's
nice.
a good one. Nice one. Nice one. There's a fatty.
Look at that slab right there. Ooh, doggy. We're talking thick black crappie right here on Broken Bow Lake. See.
Ooh, that was a good little thump. Ooh, that's a good one, Wally.
Huh?
I think that's a good one. I think.
I hope so.
Oh, it ain't a bad one. It's a white.
Huh?
It's a white. It ain't a
Wait
bad
a minute.
one.
Whoa.
It's a bad one.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
Heck yeah.
I got rod and everything in there. Had a fish on. That's a pretty white
That
crappie.
is a pretty one.
Yeah. Hurry up and get him live well. I gotta catch another fish.
Slabalicious. Look at that.
Jump in the net.
Jump in that net.
There you go.
Oh man, that had some cinematic value.
Yeah. Look at my bug. My bug's all
Yeah.
raggedy.
They pulled the skirt down on yours there a little bit.
You jerked my britches down.
But look,
Good catch,
they're
dude.
just eating it.
The hotter the better, man. The hotter the better. They got mine so tore up.
Slabalicious.
Hey, would you quit playing with that fish and get him in the live well? Hey, this guy, this is the most crappie he ever caught in his dang life. I'm telling you right now.
How about
There you go. There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Come on up.
Ooh, ooh, I can see him down there.
Ooh, that's not a bad white there.
Nice, brother.
I like it, I like it, I like it. You know, all the bass fishing I do, I don't care what. There's nothing wrong with this. And they eat up darn good. Kim Stricker Timpson, this one's for you.
We're whacking and stacking.
It looks like it. And I'm digging it.
Oh,
Funk.
he's just like a little kid in a candy store.
You know that.
See, that top's it's real steep. It's setting in 40 foot of water, and it's a big tree. And it goes from like 10 foot to 40 foot. Huge.
Like that?
I'm talking about like that.
Like a net?
Like a net. Oh, like a net.
Oh, you got it's a slapper.
Like a net.
That is a slapper. That's a good one.
Like, get the net.
So that's why they call you Mr. Crappie.
Oh, now this right here is a sausage head.
Sausage heads, tater chips, whatever he calls them, Mr. Crappie has the lure to catch them. And the new Slabalicious is now one of my faves. A big thanks to our guide and gracious host, Doug Story. Doug knows Broken Bow as well, if not better than anyone. And in addition to his knowledge of the lake, it turns out he knows his way around the kitchen to boot. We'll see you next week right here on
Hook and Look.
Hook and Look is a Kim Stricker production.